Thank you. We've got Bob Burnett.
Kia ora, Mia, Leanne, councillors, residents. Thank you for the opportunity to talk. Regrettably, I haven't had time to do a written submission, a wider submission, but as one of the residents in Broad Oaks, I thought it's important to support the previous submission. And I think after 9 years of waiting for my insurance, I'm about 2 weeks away from moving back into my house up in Broad Oaks, and this reserve is on my backyard. And my major concerns, my expertise isn't in reserves and landscapes and things. I think Andrew Crack, who will talk next, is a landscape architect who has more expertise in that. My area is sustainable building and housing. But it seems like there's a lot of things going on at the moment, and submission seems like almost a full-time job, but it doesn't put food on the table. With the changes to the building code and climate change and things. So I think this is a great opportunity to add and improve the biodiversity of this really unique area of Christchurch. There's already a lot of bellbirds in the trees. There's a lot of trees that are gum trees and that are quite invasive and actually to the detriment of other native plants. They suck the moisture out of the soil and the nutrients out of the soil. After sort of 10 years of being away from the region, I've never seen it so dry. It's tinder dry. There's a lot of rubbish on the ground, branches. They self-prune, these gum trees, and there's dead bark, and it's a powder keg. Something needs to be done to, it's a real serious fire risk. The other concern is the road safety. There's, one of the neighbours, when we were actually living there all those years ago, one of the neighbours had a near-fatal accident, head-on a bicycle into a car. Just talking to the others, there's been a handful of accidents that they're aware of, collisions on that road. There needs to be yellow lines on the corners. People have taken to parking on the corners, and you have to cross the white line to get around them. Very dangerous. So that's an important thing. I think if this reserve was developed as a walking track and a cycle track, perhaps it would take pedestrians and cyclists off that road. There's not continuous footpaths. The footpaths go from one side to the other, and it's usually at a bend on the road, so it's very dangerous. If that track was planned and developed well enough, it would be great, because it's actually a shorter distance and it would be much safer. That's probably all I've got to talk about, so thank you for your time, and I'll hand over to the next person.
Thank you very much. So Andrew Craig.